Hello, good evening, and welcome to another exciting episode of me drawing stuff. For this one, I decided to do one of my other favorite D&D monsters. This one's called an Ettercap. Now, an Ettercap is a goblin-like creature who acts and lives among the spiders. I really like them because they're just kind of cool looking. And the design that I always liked, the modern ones just have like a face of a spider. The ones I really liked were by this artist. His initials are TD. I don't want to butcher his name, but he did a lot of art. It's like Tony D. Blah, blah, blah. Let me look it up. Tony D. Terralizzi. I probably mispronounced that, but his initials are TD. You see him on a lot of old D&D artwork. And I'm kind of making my design inspired by his from the monster manual that I grew up with, basically. Yeah, so, I mean, they're like... I always liked D&D and Discworld's whole philosophy of, like, this sort of, like, magically hastened evolution, I guess, where creatures would basically adapt to various lifestyles or whatever. And I like the Ettercap because I like the idea of a goblin creature adapting to life among giant spiders, like befriending them and making them pets and stuff like that. And they would evolve to, I guess, kind of look like a spider, so that the spiders wouldn't attack them. That's my idea anyways. The same way, like, there are spiders who disguise themselves as ants so that ants won't attack them and stuff like that, or whatnot. And since, they have spider companions, I decided to put a little giant spider next to them. Because these things, I believe they're about 4 feet tall or something. So that spider next to him is obviously very tall. Let me pull up the little page-turning ASMR there for you. How's that sound? Yeah, we're gonna flip to the page in our monster manual that tells us the description of an Ettercap. Here we go. Okay. Although not very intelligent, Ettercaps are cunning predators. Like the monstrous spiders in whose company they are often found, they are skilled hunters and trappers. An Ettercap is a revolting creature resembling a cross between a gangly human and a bloated spider. It stands between 6 feet tall, yeah, so that is a giant spider, with long slender arms and legs protruding from its rounded fleshy body. A pair of bulbous black eyes in its arachnid face allow it to see very well, even in the dimmest light. Lurking in the dark shadows, Ettercaps are solitary creatures that exist only to eat and breed. They often make their homes in well-traveled paths or game trails where food is plentiful. They savor the taste of still living flesh, often consuming incapacitated prey before it dies. Ettercaps are often fond of spiders, often keeping them as others keep bees. From time to time, however, an Ettercap has a number of monstrous spiders as pets, which are as loyal to it as a dog is to a human master. Ettercaps can speak common, apparently. Although the design in this book, I don't see how. So my version plays up the whole like goblinoid origin of Ettercaps that I kind of grew up with. But yeah, he's got that long spider-like fingers, and they can make webs too, probably through magical means, or maybe the spiders taught them how. And as you can see, the color scheme I picked, since he is a spidery humanoid, the color scheme I chose represents the color scheme of another popular spider humanoid. See if you can guess which one. And I gave him, like, I don't know. I like the idea of goblin tribes. Just I gave him the hourglass. Maybe that's like his tribal symbol. The little hourglass symbol on his belly. Maybe he's in the Widow's tribe or something. I don't know. Black Widow tribe. And as I was drawing this, I realized I was actually drawing Lucas the Friendly Spider, who is it's on YouTube. And when you're done watching this, definitely look it up. Lucas the Friendly Spider. It is sickeningly adorable. It is a little jumping spider that someone did in like CGI and gave it a little kid's voice, and it is so adorable. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah. So as far as new media I've consumed, so that I would have something to talk about, I watched the entirety of Over the Garden Wall. And I am so angry with the world for not telling me about it sooner, because it's really good. If you haven't seen Over the Garden Wall, you should. It's a great movie. I think I'm probably gonna buy the DVD and turn it into like a Halloween tradition in my house. Like, we have to watch this on Halloween, because, well, it's kind of spoilery, but it does have elements of Halloween in it. But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in that show. This, like, pseudo... it's like they're playing around with different elements of, like... Hook Sawyer and Tom Finn, and then also stuff like children. It combines elements of children's books and then stuff like Lord of the Rings and Dante's Inferno. Which Lord of the Rings is kind of a children's book too, but you get the idea. Like more mature fantasy themes combined with Grimm's fairy tales and Beatrix Potter and all this other stuff, and the way the elements all kind of fit together. It's just really, it is so crazy how good that show is. Just from an artistic perspective, it's just a great piece of animated. They should have just made it a movie. I think Miyazaki needs to make a Over the Garden Wall movie. That's how good this is. But yeah, I'll probably do some kind of work related to Over the Garden Wall. I'll probably do some paintings as soon as things warm up around here enough for me to spray paint. I'll probably do an Over the Garden Wall painting. I have a couple of designs in mind. So as you can see, this is still on the same page as the Displacer Beast. I kind of decided to make it all one page, and then I'll upload the full page as one big work with like labels and maybe a short description of each one as a kind of fun thing. Like, this is a forgotten page of some old tome, Yeah, it snowed yesterday around here. We thought spring was coming. We were getting temperatures in the 60s, and I was like, all right, it's just about time. Just about time to get back into my my back room there and turn the fan on and start spray painting. Put a mask on, because you don't want to die or whatever it is that spray paint does to you if you breathe it in. Yeah. I don't know if anyone cares, but I am going to finish that Metal Jesus thing, but I don't want to like half-ass it because I'm drawing pictures of people I know, and I want them to be like, oh wow, that's really cool, instead of, what are you doing? So I will get back to that eventually. But for now, I wanted to do some really quick, easy drawings that wouldn't take too much time, that I could make the video like 15 minutes and call it good. And this has been a fun experiment. I mean, some of the ones coming up, one of the ones coming up I thought turned out really good, but you'll just have to wait and see what I do. Yeah. It just looks kind of adorable in a way, this little guy. He lives among the spiders. He lives with Lucas the spider. Yep. So I even gave him like a little spider companion. So he's got like a normal size spider next to him, because he's like 6 feet tall, and then he's got a big old chunky, kind of adorable little pet. Maybe it's a puppy giant spider. It's like a puppy, because to them giant spiders are like dogs or whatever. He's a little puppy. He's a puppy spider. Oh, look at him. Oh, just look at him. Oh, don't you just want to play fetch with him and muff up his face? Oh, look at that little guy. Yes. Oh, you do. Oh, you cutie cootie. You're the cutie cootie. I'm having fun trying to fill time here. I figured I'd just go full blown creepazoid on you. How's that sound? But yeah, definitely check out Over the Garden Wall. The whole thing's on Hulu. It's 10 episodes. It's not a big commitment. You gotta check it out. You gotta be that annoying friend who's just like, yeah, I like forced my wife to watch it the same night. The same day I watched it, I forced my wife to watch it that night so that we could talk about it and everything. And I don't think she liked it as much as I did. But, you know, she seemed to like it. Yeah, she's probably like, what's wrong with it? What am I stuck with? Oh, yes. See, this is the part where the drawing really came alive to me, where I was just like, yes. When I gave him these little eyebrows, once that happened, I was just like, oh my God, I am a genius. I gave him like Wolverine hair, but on his eyebrows. And then I gave him little eyebrows on his little tiny eyes on the side too, which in my mythology here are not actually real eyes. They're just like growths on his cheek to look like eyes, so that spiders will think they're eyes. That's my idea. I have this whole thing planned out. He's actually a goblin. He's not a spider. He's not part spider. He's just evolved to look like and his behavior is kind of made to be like a spider, so that he could survive, basically. And the spiders help him hunt and everything. And since he looks like that, I mean, he looks like this little guy over here's mama, so they like instinctively, maybe they even produce the same pheromones that spiders have, or something similar. Maybe they rub this spider pheromone all over themselves to attract spiders. Yeah. Am I creeping anybody out yet? Yep. Yeah, he's got that big old belly. He almost looks like he almost looks like a Jim Henson Muppet. And I kind of like that. I kind of dig that he looks like a Muppet. And his big old shiny eyes, just so you can see in the dark. He's got a tiny little nose in his mouth. Those teeth coming out of his mouth, you'll be able to see it when I do the close-up, but those teeth coming out of his mouth are actually they actually have like little spider fangs on them, so that you can kind of see that. Yeah, and we're going to go to the finished close-up here. we go. There it is. Yeah, look at that. Looks really good. Look at that. Look at his... He needs to pluck those things. But yeah, it looks very much... I don't know. I like that it kind of looks like a Muppet. And then you can see the little fangs kind of tucked up underneath there. But yeah, he's covered in little red hairs and stuff. I had a lot of fun with this one. But hey, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Got a lot of fun stuff coming up later, so I hope you stick around. Especially when I start spray painting. That stuff's going to get real fun, real interesting. You know, I'll even show you how to do some cool stuff with stencils. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.